Welcome back to your Morning Manna. We're on day 3 of this series on transparency, and before we go any further, I think we might need to clear something up. Often I hear people interchanging the words authentic with transparent. And while I do believe that you can be both authentic and transparent, I contend that being authentic and being transparent are two different things. Here's what I mean. Sometimes when people say they're being authentic, keeping it real, or being true to themselves, it's really an excuse to continue to live in the flesh and continuing their sinful patterns. What they're really saying is that this sin pattern that I'm displaying is just who I am. Remember in John chapter 8, the scribes and the Pharisees had brought a woman in for judgment who had been caught in the act of adultery. They wanted to stone her according to the law of the time, a judgment which her actions would have warranted. But Jesus stopped them with the proclamation that he who is without sin, you go first, throw the first stone. And then starting with the old heads, they all dropped their stones and went away. Then there were only two, Jesus and the woman. He told her to go and sin no more. Now Jesus was not speaking of sinless perfection. He was warning against returning to a sinful lifestyle choice. His words both extended mercy and demanded holiness. Jesus has always been the perfect balance of grace and truth. With forgiveness comes the expectation we will not continue in the same pattern of rebelliousness, the same pattern of sin. Now, this turn away from choices that may have become a lifestyle and a part of who we are may not be easy. And this is where transparency comes in. Transparency, remember, is being vulnerable with one's sin struggle and growth and faith in the sanctifying work of Christ in your life. I'm reminded of the verse in 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 11. When I was a child, I talked like a child, I thought like a child, and I reasoned like a child. When I became a man, I put the ways of childhood behind me. Are there areas in your life from maybe before you knew Christ that you're holding on to, that you've accepted as a part of who you are in an effort to keep it real? I pray that you would ask God for help in removing the childish ways from your life. Be vulnerable to the changing power of the Holy Spirit. Be transparent with Christ. God bless you guys, and we'll see you tomorrow.